When running a business or an organization, we most definitely have to deal with invoices, either to get paid by our customers or to pay our vendors. A sale can come from many places, like from a quotation, a subscription to a service, or simply when buying something in a shop. Once the deal is confirmed, we need to generate an invoice. This document states that a customer owes the seller a certain amount of money. As both companies use these documents for their accounting, it's important that they are correctly generated. Afterward, it's up to the customer to pay the seller in a specific amount of time. At my company, Stealthy Wood, we sell custom-made office furniture to customers located in different countries. To make it more convenient and easier, we want them to be able to choose how they pay their sales invoices. They can do this either with an online payment system with a customer portal or with a bank transfer. These are just the basic things that Odoo Invoicing can do for us. Since it's fully integrated with other Odoo apps, managing invoices through Odoo also allows us to create recurring invoices, manage contracts, charge for services based on the time spent working on it, analyze sales, and simplify our accounting. So let's start with the basics by setting up the invoicing app and creating one. All right, here I am on my database for my company, Stealthy Wood. Now, before I start creating invoices, I want to be sure that my company information is set correctly. So I'm going to go to Settings, Users and Companies, and I'm going to choose my company, Stealthy Wood. Now, once we're on this page, we really do want to make sure that all of our information is correct. Our address, website, tax ID, or VAT. Okay, all of this is very important because it will automatically be added to your business documents, such as your invoices. I'm also going to add my logo as well because I want that to be included. Now let's go to General Settings. Okay, and we're actually going to choose the template for our business documents. Okay, so I can choose the template by clicking on this button right here. Okay, and we have several options. I can preview them if I would like to, or I can just choose one. So I'm going to choose this third one. Okay, so my company logo will automatically be added if I have it set on my company's contact information. Okay, and then I've also added a company tagline, bringing another layer of mystery to furniture. And I have my footer where I added my bank account information. So let's go ahead and save this. Now, once we've done that, we're going to go into our invoicing application. Now, there's something else I want to be sure that I have set up properly before I start invoicing my customers, and that's payment methods. So let's go to Configuration, Payment Acquirers. Okay, so I can configure and activate any payment acquirer that I would like, but I want to be sure that I have PayPal set up. And as you can see, I have it published right here. To unpublish it, I simply have to click on that button. And I can click on it again to republish it. Now, if you want to learn more about our payment acquirers, you can watch our video on payment acquirers in the invoicing section. All right. Now, let's go ahead and start invoicing our customers. So I'm going to create a new invoice. Okay. And I'm going to add my customer, let's say, Fantasio. All right. And Fantasio would like to purchase a storage box of this item. Let's go ahead and save this. Now, once we save the invoice, we can preview it right away. Okay, when we click on preview, we're going to see the preview from the customer's perspective. Okay, so this will be a preview of the customer portal. All right, so as you can see, we have all of the information. Okay, so I have my logo, I have my company information that we were sure that we set correctly, including the VAT or the tax ID. Okay, I have my tagline and also my bank account, which I added to the footer. All right, so we know that our template looks good. Okay, and your customer can download or print from this page. Let's go back to edit mode and validate that invoice, because once we validate, we'll have a few more options. So I'm going to click on validate. Now, from the back end, I can go ahead and send and print. I can register a payment. I can add a credit note, which we don't want to do until we register the payment. And I can also preview again. So let's go ahead and do that. Once I click on preview and the invoice is validated, your customers will now have the option to pay online. So that's super convenient. If you send it by email, they will be sent a link that will redirect them to this page. So they will have all of this information. So you can see exactly what the customer will see. All right. And then they can pay now simply by clicking on this button. Now, all of the payment acquirers that you have set up will appear here. And if your customer has already made a payment on another invoice and you have that information saved, they can go ahead and pay with that same credit card information. All right, but let's jump back to the back end. All right. So let's imagine that the customer doesn't want to pay in line, and actually they showed up to your offices and they wanted to pay in cash right then and there. So you can go ahead and register the payment yourself. Okay, we're going to register payment. Let's say cash. Okay, and then we'll validate. All right. Once we register the payment, of course, we do not see the register payment button anymore because there's nothing to register. It's already been done. We can go down here, look at the total, and we see that it was paid on March 22nd. We can even see the payment method, which is cash. Now, if your customer does pay online with one of your payment acquirers, the specific payment acquirer will be shown here. So it will say PayPal, Stripe, or any others that you might have configured. All right. So something else we can do either before or after you register the payment, it's up to you and the kind of information you would like to share with your customers. We can send and print. Now, once you click on this button, send and print, you, of course, have the option to email and print, but you also have the option to send by post. Now, this is an option that's done with in-app purchases, so you can go ahead and purchase some credit from your configuration settings. Okay. But I'm going to cancel this for now. And actually, let's say that there was a mistake here. The customer ordered the wrong item. So they need a refund for the storage boxes that they just purchased. So what we're going to do is create a credit note. Okay, so I'm going to add that credit note now. All right, and what I'm going to do is create a draft credit note. I'm going to say wrong items purchased. All right, let's go ahead, add the credit note. Okay, we see the draft credit note right here. So we can go ahead and check this and be sure that it's correct with all of the right information. And then we can validate. Okay, and as you can see, we also have the preview button here as well. And then we're going to register the payment because, of course, we do need to reimburse the customer for the do need to refund the customer, I'll say. Then we can validate this as well. And we'll also have that payment linked to the credit note, and it's fully reconciled. All right, so now we've seen how we can invoice our customers through the invoicing application, but you can also create an invoice automatically from a sales order. So if we go to our sales application, and we're going to first start with a quotation. Let's choose the same customer. Okay, so we have Fantasio Motors. And this time he doesn't want to buy the storage box. He wants to buy our product Zebra and 10 of these. All right, let's go ahead and confirm the sales order. And depending on your settings, you may need to deliver before you're able to invoice the customer. So let's go ahead and click on Create Invoice. If I do have that option selected, once I try to create and view invoices, it will say there are no invoiceable lines, and that's because you do need to deliver. So I'm going to click on Create and View Invoices. But in my case, I don't have that option. I do have the possibility to invoice before delivering to the customer. So here I am looking at the invoice. Okay, so as you can see, it was super simple. I just did that from the sales order itself. Okay, so I didn't have to go back to the invoicing application. I did everything from here, and I can even validate the invoice from here as well. And then it's done. Then you can complete the rest of the flow. So there are multiple ways to create invoices, and the process is quite easy and seamless. And as you can see, invoicing is integrated with all of our other apps as well. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.